All right, I'm demoing the Charlie Plate Strat through the Charlie Plate amplifier. He builds amplifiers. He built me this. This is a Fender twin front end with a Marshall rear end. It has EL34s in it. He did such a fantastic job on this. It's got a Marshall rear end, a Fender front end. I'm playing through these EV Series 2 EVM 12s, two of them. That's a 100-watt head. It's super loud. And this is a guitar I built for him. It's a maple top. He sent me the maple. Brazilian rosewood is beautiful. It's got super hard nickel frets on there, made in Poland. They're the hardest known to the nickel fret category. Some company in, I can't remember the name, in Poland makes it. Floyd Rose rail tail. This is a mahogany from the mahogany tree, a famous tree in Honduras, mahogany that they cut down in the 70s. Let's give it a listen. We're going to listen through the 100-watt. I'm going to set the phone up here. You're not going to be able to see me playing, but you'll be able to see the back of my head and hear what it sounds like. And the back of my head is beautiful. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So let's hear what it sounds like. This is the Charlie Plate Strat, and let's first play it. This is the first play. Let's hear what it sounds like. Plate Strat, and it came out glorious. One of the best guitars I've ever built. Wow, what a guitar this thing is, man. I'm so happy. I bet you Charlie's gonna be happy. I gotta build me one now, Charlie. This thing's bad to the bone. Maple mahogany. Maple and mahogany is famous for a reason, and it's working.